Well, it is officially that day. America is celebrating her 250th anniversary of her founding on July 4, 1776. It's a very special milestone that we are celebrating. And in honor and celebration of the 250th, today in this video, we'll be talking about what happened on this day exactly 250 years ago. With that said, we head to a month prior to June of 1776, where a new special committee is formed by Congress with members including Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, Roger Sherman, and Robert R. Livingston. Together they are tasked with creating and composing of a document that will officially declare America's independence from Great Britain. And so John Adams will go to Thomas Jefferson and encourage him, saying that he should be the one to write the Declaration of Independence. Basically said, alright, look, we all know you're a really good writer. Sure, you're a lot better writer than I am, and that's why you should be the one to write the Declaration of Independence. And that's what he does. Thomas Jefferson gets started writing the Declaration of Independence. When he gets done, he shows it to the committee, and after a few verbal alterations made by Benjamin Franklin and John Adams, they then submit it to Congress on June 28, 1776. A few days later, on July 1st, they hold a vote, and 9 out of 13 states votes in favor of declaring independence from Great Britain. 3 days later, July 4th, John Hancock becomes the first person to sign the Declaration of Independence. He says, "Let mine be the first and the biggest," as he does just that. Time out, hold on for a second. Let me ask you this question. Are y'all familiar with the saying, put your John Hancock right here? If so, that's wonderful. If not, let me explain to you real quick. It's in reference to his signature, and it basically means put your signature right here. It's based off of his signature on the Declaration of Independence because of how big and bold it is. Anyways, I just want to point that out. So, John Hancock signs his name on the Declaration of Independence. When it gets done, Congress then sends it out to the world with just his signature. Makes sense because he was the president of Congress at that time period. Fast forward to almost a month later, on August 2nd, 1776, all but one of the members of Congress would sign their names on the famous document, bringing the total signers up to 55. Later that year, in November, the last name will be added to the Declaration of Independence, bringing the grand total up to 56 total signers. And what I'm about to read to you is the actual names of the signers of the Declaration of Independence, and the order of the states they represented. To start it off, from New Hampshire, Josiah Bartlett, William Whipple, and Matthew Thornton. From Massachusetts, John Hancock, Robert Tree Payne, Elbridge Gerry, John Adams, and Samuel Adams. From Rhode Island, we have Stephen Hopkins and William Ellery. Representing Connecticut, we have Roger Sherman, Samuel Huntington, William Williams, and Oliver Wolcott. Representing New York, William Floyd, Philip Livingston, Francis Lewis, and Lewis Morris. From New Jersey, John Witherspoon, Francis Hopkinson, John Hart, and Abraham Clark. Representing Pennsylvania, Robert Morris, Benjamin Rush, John Morton, James Smith, Benjamin Franklin, George Taylor, George Clymer, James Wilson, and George Ross. Representing Delaware, George Reed, Caesar Rodney, and Thomas McKean. From Maryland, Thomas Stone, Samuel Chase, William Packer, and Charles Carroll. Representing Virginia, Richard Henry Lee, George Wythe, Benjamin Harrison, Thomas Jefferson, Carter Braxton, Thomas Nelson Jr., and Francis Lightfoot Lee. From North Carolina, Joseph Hughes, William Hooper, and John Penn. From South Carolina, Edward Rutledge, Thomas Hayward Jr., Thomas Lynch Jr., Arthur Middleton, and from Georgia, Button Gwinnett, Lyman Hall, and George Walton. And that is the list of all 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence. And fun fact about Matthew Thornton, he is the one that would not sign until November of 1776. Even though we declared our independence on July 4th, 1776, nothing is set in stone. We still had to fight for it. There was a dream that they had back then, and that was a dream of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And in order to make that dream a reality, they had to fight for it. And they had to earn it. And earn it is exactly what they did, because on October 19, 1781, at the Battle of Yorktown, General Charles Cornwallis would surrender his British forces to General George Washington and the Continental Army, along with the French Army. As this officially ended all the fighting in the war and handing America her independence. Fast forwarding almost 2 years later, on September 3rd, 1783, the American Revolution would officially come to an end with the signing of the Treaty of Paris in Paris, France. Hence the name Treaty of Paris, of course. As this officially made the dream, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness a reality. And here we are today, celebrating 250 years of freedom. Today, the place that the Declaration of Independence was signed, known as Independence Hall, is still around. You can go visit it today in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And as for the Declaration itself, it currently sits in our nation's capital of Washington, D.C., as a reminder that it once gave birth to a nation who believed in something called self-government. And that what ended for this video, celebrating the 250th of America. Hope you all enjoyed it. Happy Independence Day. God bless America. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Now, if you all excuse me, I'm going to go grill me a good old-fashioned American hamburger. Are y'all still here? Good, good. Come on. I'm going to try to get myself situated here. One last thing. If you like this video and want to see more content like this, feel free to hit that subscribe button over in this area. It'll help me out tremendously. And also, if you're staying on YouTube, how about check out the video that's suggested to you over here. In the meantime, happy Independence Day. Now I gotta get back to my hamburger.